Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you for your tweets. I just heard Craig Burley singing. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Well, I just heard this was the last segment we have to do, so I'm like, I started singing. I thought I'd sing to myself before the batteries in Julian's unit runs out again. And somebody has to phone me from the golf club car park.
I'm good today.
Right.
Good, thank God.
Yeah. Right. Craig, if you were still playing now, would you want to play under Klopp, Guardiola or Frank Lampard with his great potential in youth development?
Sent in by Lampard himself. Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Frank Lampard now on Twitter. No. Well, we can rule out Frank because Frank's just new to this game in terms of management. But the other two, wow. I think it's a 50-50 split. I mean, I think the way Guardiola's teams have played over probably a decade plus, and the effervescent energy of a Klopp squad and a Klopp dressing room, and just his energy in general, and it's a difficult one. I'm a 50-50 split between the pair of those. They're just two magnificent coaches.
So you're going to sit on the fence these days? What's happened to you?
What?
You're getting soft.
Well, I like them both, and contrary to popular opinion, I don't hate everybody. I'm even liking myself these days, and that's going a bit. So I'm quite happy. It's like, we've got to be thankful we're here. We're doing programs. We're putting content out, and I'm not here to ruffle feathers or cause controversy. The Craig Burley of the controversial days has gone.
He's sitting on the fence. He can't choose anything. He's being nice to everyone. Man,
yeah.
You're like one of those UK pundits these days, Craig. Right, next one.
Yeah.
Zlatan or Drogba, Jules?
I think I would go for Zlatan. I mean, I love Drogba. Obviously, he, growing up in France, starting his career in the lower leagues in France, and then making it the way he did. And I've got a lot of respect for the way he left Marseille when he didn't want to leave, didn't want to go to Chelsea, and then had those incredible years at Chelsea after a difficult start. But just Zlatan for everything that he represents, also the positives and the negatives, the good and the bad. Your club, whatever it would be, with Zlatan in, would make headlines everywhere. And I think as a club owner, for example, or even as a manager, sporting director, I think that's very attractive as well.
50-50, Craig, I imagine?
Oh yeah, absolutely, not a doubt. And I'm just trying to morph. I might have to go back to the UK one day, and I have to try and think about morphing back into a very boring, pundit who will just give you the stock answers and tell you it's a game of two halves, and it'll be a difficult 45 minutes, and we'll see what happens come the end. Thank you very much. Give me my paycheck. I'll see you next week. I'm working on it, and we'll just have to see if this is the right strategy going forward. We're now morphing back in to the boring pundit who just wants to turn up and take his paycheck and not say a lot. Is it working? I'm enjoying it. Nobody's hitting me up on Twitter because I'm not saying anything. It's great. I love this.
You could be club ambassador at Celtic.
No, well, now you've pushed the boundaries too far, haven't you? I mean, I couldn't go back in there. They would set me on fire. They would, But if you want a job working, listen, I have nothing against club TV channels. They are propagandists for their club, and I understand that. But if you want to go and hear a bit of cheerleading, then you go and you subscribe to your club channel, and they tell you everything's all right, and they'll pat you on the back and tell you you're doing a wonderful job, and you can wear the scarf, and all that. I might even wear a half and half scarf now, Dan, because I'm a 50-50 kind of guy. So I might just have to be in the old half and half. Thanks.
Jules, which World Cup winning French team is the best, 98 or 2018?
98!
That's a good one, this one.
98,
I guess
Jules,
98
not difficult.
Well, yeah, it is, and I'll explain to you why. And that question was for me, by the way.
Craig, not one of
Burley,
those Gab
50-50
explanations, is it? Here, let me just hold on. Let me phone up and tell it to put the kettle on for a cup of tea. This answer could take a little while. Give me a shout when you're back, will you?
No, 98. I agree with Craig. 98.
Right, there we go.
Probably edges it because they were they were older and certainly more, I would say, established in that team. And I think if you had to play them against each other, I think 98 would win, maybe narrowly, but I think they would.
See that, Dan? See that? That's what happens when you spend too much time with Marcotti. Because you asked the question, I'm looking at it now, it's on the screen. Which World Cup winning French team is the best, 2018 or 1998? 1998. Let's move on. No. What have we got?
No, you need to give people who are watching a bit of context, explanation why, this and that.
Some Marcotti spiel that's rubbing off on them. Just give an answer.
That was not as bad as Gab.
Question for Craig. During his playing days, when he cursed at the referees, did they curse back?
Yes. We had this conversation quite a few weeks ago about the John Moss situation again at Bournemouth. I can't remember the player's name, but some big softy. We had this conversation that, certainly in the 90s and early 2000s, when I was playing, you had a lot of dialogue with the referees. Now, some we'll call it dialogue. Some had dialogue back. Some were more serious than others. Some would have a joke. Some would give you a bit of stick. You would do the same to them, and it was fun. And you kind of got a rapport, and you built an understanding, whether it be in the Premier League or in Scotland when I was playing there, about which referee you could push the buttons, which ones you could have that bit of banter, which one you had to draw the line with. But absolutely, it was something that we enjoyed. And I tell you, I think it was something that the referees enjoyed as well. So, yeah, it's a natural process. Apart from the do-gooders out there who say, no, you can't shout at the referee, it's just wrong. It's very dull and boring and they've got a job to do and they can't shout back because it's 2020 and everybody gets offended. So I don't know, but we did.
For the first time this week, a correct answer from Juls. Yes, indeed, it was Dan Gosling. Check out, by the way, Juls against Gab in his quiz on YouTube.
Do you know, Dan, when listen, shut up a minute. When Jules is talking, and I know this is a technical issue for another time, but when I'm talking and Jules is talking, and maybe this is not a bad thing, but I can't hear him. So I've got no ideas what he's saying unless I shut up and listen, which, as you know, is quite difficult for me to do sometimes. But just so as you understand, I'm not ignoring anybody, but when I'm talking, I can't hear other people talking. It's a technicality. You need to fix it. Otherwise, tomorrow could be a problem. That's all I'm saying. I'm just here to help.
Good, right. Good.
Just here to
Jules, I have Paolo Maldini and Baresi. Who do I pick, guys, between Sergio Ramos and Beckenbauer for my final centre-back?
Who are you asking?
Jules.
All right.
So Sergio Ramos or Beckenbauer?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Who asked the question? That's not even a question. Come on. Even Craig Burley, 50-50 on the fence, would give a 100% answer on that.
Yeah.
Beckenbauer every day. It's not even a debate.
Okay. Final. Well, we got two more left. First one.
Good.
Champions League favourites if the season continues. Craig?
Can I go 50-50?
Oh,
if the season finishes, Liverpool were starting to tail off a little bit, so we don't know what's going to happen there. I'm going to say...
What happened to just giving an answer? Just give an answer. That's
Okay,
it. You're shouting at Jules.
Yeah, because an answer. Why?
I'll give an answer.
Marcotti, come on, that buddy.
Because, listen, you're going to get an explanation now, Jules. Because it will give players time to get fit, particularly your French compatriot, Aymeric Laporte. I'm going to say Manchester City.
Jules?
PSG. I believe, I dream. This is our year. Favourite.
Oh, no.
What did I tell you?
Final tweet, Jules.
No. What did I tell you about getting pundits off of the PSG club channel? What did I tell you?
I don't care.
Final tweet. Why does it say "Once Upon a Time" behind you?
This is the reading corner for my 3 children in my office upstairs in our house. So before you all laugh at me like Dan did when he asked me the same question a few weeks ago, like, oh, what is this? And calling me, oh, that's so posh, that's so this. Yeah, it's just the kids can come and read while I'm doing some work, and this is a good thing. This is a cool thing. Come on.
It's a beautiful thing, Jules. It's quite posh.
Thank you.
I have to say, I've worked pretty hard at my backdrop, and there's not a lot of effort seems to have gone in there in London. I got to say, I've even these bricks behind me.
Oh my God!
I laid those bricks myself over the last 36 hours, and put that white thing you can see on. There's a lot of work
in your basement or in the room upstairs that was not suited and not good, and now you're at the bottom and it's much better, and you've got this, but still some stuff still not working completely.
No, everything's working properly. It's the backdrop apparently and the TV upstairs didn't look great. And so they've moved me into my basement where I've kind of adapted everything, my technical skills, and I've used all sorts of different technology to bring you this here today. And, a bit of brickwork over the last couple of days, fixing the camera, the Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, I'm still working on the wire. But
That's it. Thank you very much to Craig and Jules. We'll be back tomorrow for more from our pundits around the globe. Be sure to join us. Till then, goodbye. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.